Flights to resume gradually tomorrow at Hong Kong's airport as Super Typhoon Regaza moves away. Ragasa batters the city for over 10 hours and brings major storm surge to coastal areas. And terrifying moment at Fullerton Ocean Park Hotel as huge waves smash through reception lobby. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Quentin Yang. Super Typhoon Regaza, the most powerful storm so far this year, has unleashed its full force on Hong Kong, triggering the city's highest number 10 hurricane signal in the small hours this morning, which is the second number 10 signal issued this year after WIPA, tying the record made in 1964. The observatory downgraded the warning signal to number 8 after 12 hours and further downgraded to number 3 at 8:20 p.m. But fierce winds persisted as Regaza barreled towards mainland. The typhoon's wrath was felt citywide, resulting in at least 90 injuries, nearly 900 reports of fallen trees, and major transport chaos with limited MTR service and thousands of cancelled flights. Meanwhile, the storm's intensity, compounded by an astronomical tide, pushed a devastating storm surge of far above chart level, inundating widespread neighborhoods. And the violent seas produced dramatic scenes at an Ocean Park Hotel in Tsun Kwan O, as well as in Hong Kong. Let's first take a look at the latest development of flight services. Some 1,000 flights and 140,000 passengers were affected by the impacts of Regaza. Although the super typhoon has been moving away from the city, no passenger flights would be departing or landing before midnight due to safety reasons. Bess Learn has more.
The airport authority is expecting flight services to gradually resume normal tomorrow, with over 1,000 flights to be handled between 6 a.m. to midnight. As the storm disrupted flights, many passengers were stranded at the airport. Airport staff was seen distributing water and other necessities to travelers. Some decided to wait at the airport, even despite not updated from the airlines about rearranged flights.
They don't agree to pay anything. They said it's not our fault. Our planes are fine. The weather is the problem. Charge the weather.
When I would give 1 to 10 points, I would give 6 points. It was okay. It's not very comfortable here, but you have everything what you need.
Responding to calls from passengers for shower facilities, which are currently only available in restricted zones, the airport authority pledged to consider installation in the departure hall. Bess Learn, Cable News.
In Tsun Kwan O, the promenade took a heavy blow from Regaza, with seawater inundating the area. Seaside restaurants are bracing for millions in damages, with their operations thrown into uncertainty. Jimmy Liu reports.
This is the moment when a Belgian restaurant was breached by crashing waves from the storm surge, sweeping tables and chairs out of the store. The aftermath was devastating, with the interior left unrecognizable and the floor caked with mud. Though set back from the promenade, these seaside patios were not spared. A manager expected his restaurant to stay closed for a month before opening up again.
Like the daily business revenue is lost, basically, as well as the renovation of the place. So estimated the total cost will be about 4 to 4.5 million. Yeah? I got preparation and we have to just accept it. But maybe the government or the organization can be taking more protective measurement, better than just putting a small partition outside, you know. Yeah, but nothing much can be done, you know.
This morning, under Regaza assault, it was deja vu for the Tsun Kwan O promenade, which was wrecked by Typhoon Mangkhut in 2018. The swells engulfed the entire seaside walkway. Once firmly stood, the barriers were swept up and tossed around by the deluge. The water reached the cycling track and almost completely flooded a tunnel, while an entire section of fence was torn out, leaving the bike path blocked. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
Meanwhile, the Fullerton Ocean Park Hotel succumbed to massive waves that shattered its glass doors and flooded the lobby, sweeping staff members away in their search. Despite the extensive damage, the hotel reported no injuries. Cheryl Yun reports.
Towering waves battered the seaside hotel in the southern district early this morning. The relentless waves pummeled the hotel's glass entrance, eventually shattering it and sending torrents of water rushing in. It was a nightmare for the hotel staff as the lobby transformed into a raging river, sweeping away one employee as others struggled to stand still. Footage from another angle showed wave after wave crashing through, causing serious destruction. Once the floodwaters receded, the lobby was left in chaos. Firefighters and hotel workers quickly mobilized to address the aftermath, while cleaning crews worked tirelessly to clear water and mud. Outside, the storm's fury was equally evident. The hotel's exterior walls were damaged, with debris scattered across the grounds. Nearby roads were coated in mud, littered with fallen leaves and branches. Despite the chaos, a hotel guest said the rest of the building remained largely unaffected.
The big wave came in and exploded into the lobby and smashed the glass, and the water swept people around. But most of the hotel is normal inside.
Sino Group, the hotel's parent company, sent Chairman Daryl Ng to inspect the damage. The hotel confirmed no injuries were reported and said it has deployed additional resources to mitigate the impact of the typhoon. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
The typhoon, which made its closest approach south of the city this morning, pushed sea levels to approximately 3.8 meters above chart data in areas like Tolo Harbor and Sharp Peak, nearing the 2008 record high set by Typhoon Hagupit. The storm surge also unleashed floodings across the coastal and low-lying areas. Cheryl Yun again has the story.
In Sha Tin, storm surge combined with heavy rain turned Shingmun River into a raging torrent. Muddy yellow-brown water overflowed the riverbanks, submerging walkways to nearly railing height and washing away bins. This resident said he has lived there for decades and is rare to see this. But he also noted damage was milder than that caused by typhoons Mangkhut or Hato. The storm's impact was widespread. In the coastal village of Tai O, water levels rose to 3.52 meters, just 30 centimeters below the record set during 2017's Typhoon Hato. Meanwhile, a seaside playground at Siu Sai Wan saw knee-deep flooding. And the flooding black spot Heng Fa Chun saw streets inundated, forcing residents to wade through muddy water to get home. As of midday, authorities reported 15 flooding incidents. While waters have begun to recede, clean-up operations are underway across affected districts. Cheryl Yun, Cable News.
During the violent storm, Regaza caused significant damage to the waterfront at the Laguna Verde residential complex in Hong Kong, as crashing waves sent several barges colliding on shore. The hard-hit Hong Kong promenade suffered severe destruction after 5 barges crashed into the concrete edge, with one of the cranes toppling to the ground. As ferocious waves surged onto the pedestrian walkway, waterfront railings and stone curbs were shattered. And lampposts were split in half, left dangling in midair. Nearby residents described the violent winds as unlike anything they had ever seen.
In the midnight at the 3 or 3:30, I saw the boat, they crashed the wall, and the wind speed was really intense, and we can feel the wind speed. It was hitting to our window, and we can feel it, how bad it was outside.
The Maritime Department and ship owners dispatched vessels to tow away the involved barges one by one at around 1 p.m. A dramatic collapse of a retaining wall and tree in Saigon has brought attention to a series of landslides triggered by Regaza this afternoon. The incident forced a full closure of Hospital Road, which was left strewn with mud, debris, and uprooted vegetation. Firefighters rushed to the site, using specialized equipment to scan the area for potential victims trapped in the rubble. Fortunately, no injuries have been reported. Additionally, the Geotechnical Engineering Office had confirmed at least 3 other landslides in Tuen Mun and Stanley as of 5 p.m. With heavy rain carrying on, authorities are urging the public to remain highly vigilant and avoid slopes and hilly areas. In other news, in a change of tone on the Ukraine war, U.S. President Donald Trump said Ukraine might be able to reclaim its occupied territory from Russia with help from the European Union. Jimmy Liu has more.
Trump met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly, praising Ukraine's resilience in its 3.5-year battle against Russia.
The Russian economy is terrible right now. As you know, it's crashing. And that, frankly, Ukraine is doing a very good job of stopping this very large army.
Later, in a social media post, Trump wrote that he believes Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form. This marks a dramatic shift from Trump's previous position, in which he insisted Kyiv give up land to strike a peace deal with Moscow. The Ukraine leader said the meeting was constructive and hailed Trump as a game changer. He said they discussed Ukraine's battlefield progress and details about Russia's economy.
They spend money for war machine. The good news that the economy is in the bad shape. Bad news that they still have a lot of money, much money. Yes, but it's decreasing.
In response to questions about Russian aerial incursions, most recently in Estonia, Trump suggested that NATO member states should shoot down Russian aircraft.
Do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do.
But Trump did not further elaborate. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte condemned Moscow for its irresponsible behavior and pledged all means to defend against airspace breaches. Asked if suspicious aircraft would be shot down, he said it depends on the threat, such as intent, weapons, and risk to people or infrastructure. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
Now let's take a look at the stock market. The Hang Seng Index gained 359 points amid severe weather. Top active stocks of the day: Alibaba was up $14.60. Tencent was up $13. Xiaomi was up $1.45, and Meituan was up $1.20. FC Barcelona, one of the world's most illustrious football clubs, will not return to Camp Nou on Sunday, after the city council refused to grant the club a license to reopen the renovated stadium, citing safety concerns. The club invited journalists to the new stadium for a media tour for the first time since renovation work started in June 2023 and were hoping to play the game against Real Sociedad at Camp Nou, with 27,000 seats open to fans. However, the city council is still withholding the first occupancy license, citing problems like defects in evacuation routes, railings that are too low, inadequate emergency signage, and unfinished stairways, further pushing back the date of Barcelona's home return. Renovation works were originally scheduled for completion last November. Once completed, the new stadium can hold 105,000 spectators, making it the largest stadium on Earth. On to the weather now. Gale force east to southeasterly winds, up to storm force offshore and on high ground at first. Winds will weaken gradually. Seas will be very rough with swells at first. Cloudy with occasional squally showers and thunderstorms. Showers will be heavy at first. Temperatures will range between 25 and 29 degrees. And that's our news tonight. I'm Quentin Yang. Thank you for watching. Good night.